we were supposed to protect him and we were supposed to help him, and I feel like I let him down.
You feel like you failed.
Yes. Hello, oceanographers, and welcome back to San Andreas' Finest. As always, I'm OneOcean10, and yeah, it's a recorded video. So, quick thing, yeah, I know I've been doing a lot of live streams, and I know you guys want to see some more edited videos come back, so I'm going to be doing more of those. I've just had some stuff going on IRL that made it easier for me to do more live streams than to do editing and stuff. But also, I was having some trouble with my recording software where it was not recording the proper monitor, and no matter what I did, it wasn't working. And I finally figured out how to do it, and I just had to unplug one of my monitors. It was just that simple. So that's why this recorded video is going out right now. And a little background as to what's going to be happening here. Glenanne and Bailey, in one of the live streams you saw, which was Patient Down, Paramedic Down. Originally it was called Patient Murdered, Paramedic Down, but unfortunately YouTube didn't like that title very much. Yeah, they went through a pretty traumatic event, and if you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely go check out that stream. It happened in like the first 30 minutes of that stream, so if you guys want to check that out, it's there. Very intense scene, very emotional as well towards the end of that stream as well. So definitely worth a watch. But that ties into this, where they're going to go into a voluntary therapy session to talk about what all happened to them. And it's going to take place down at Station 7, where the active crew is right now. We're going to be using Glenanne's office to talk to them, or to the therapist, rather. I am going to be going first, and then Bailey second. We're not going to get to hear Bailey's side of it. However, if you do want to see Bailey's side of it, go ahead to her channel, which I'll put up here on the screen, as well as a link in the description, if I remember to do that. I apologize if I don't, but it's right there on the screen. Tiny Stunt is her name, or her channel name. And great content over there, and you get to see her perspective of it over if you go check that out. So yeah, you'll get to see her session and mine, and you'll get to see her perspective of the event that happened that led to this point. But yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a talking session, and then after that, I'm going to be getting into shifts for Fire Patrol. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. All right, so I'm going to head down to the station here and hang out with the guys, and yeah. So also, if I sound a little low energy today, it's because I'm just tired. I didn't sleep well last night, and so I'm just a little more exhausted than I normally am. So sorry.
Big Chief? Oh, it's Big Chief. It's Big Chief.
Hey guys.
What's up, Big Chief?
Not much. How about you guys?
Chilling.
Doing pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just here for, well, we have a state therapist coming down to, talk to well, actually, the session for everyone's going to be on Tuesday, but for myself and one other, we're going to be doing a little session today, so.
Huh.
Yeah, just to talk about all the stuff that happened recently.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yep, it's all voluntary, of course. So we're going to be using my office, so obviously just stay clear of my office, is all I ask.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys won't even be here that long anyway.
Why
so.
should we be in your Why should we be in your office, for real?
Good point. Yeah. I just don't I mean, just don't be eavesdropping outside the door or something like that.
Oh yeah, the door's gonna swing open. We're all gonna be 12 of us standing out there pressed up against the door.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be and then the 12 of you can immediately get into a line at the unemployment office. So.
Get promoted to taxpayer.
Yeah, promoted to taxpayer.
I won't be one of those times.
You'll be paying my salary.
Those tones.
Nope. Have fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Chief, I think they're in there for you and Bailey.
Ah, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Have fun at your call.
Alright.
You able to take these, Chief?
Oh, after you, sir. You got a call after all.
Yeah, you able to take these for me, please, Chief?
Sorry?
If you able to take him for me, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Boy.
Thank you.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You're, I never actually caught your name when they said they were sending you down.
Robert Sheffield.
Robert Sheffield. Okay. Well, I'm Chief Glenanne. I guess I'm your first. Is patient the appropriate word, or?
Well, you can use that term, sure.
Okay. Well, if you want to come, they're going to a call. If you want to come with me back to my office, be more private back there. Don't know what they're going to, but it's gonna be something.
It's a massive place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is.
Never been inside.
Yeah, I think. Let me just hang out here for a second. Let me just see if there's a better equipped room for this. Actually, I got a room that actually has another chair on the other side of the desk. You want to come with me?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that I don't have any other chairs in my own office for some reason. All right. I guess. Do you want the big chair or the?
It's fine with me. You take whatever.
Sure. I'll take this one because I feel like this is more appropriate for me to sit in. Yeah. So I guess where do we begin?
What exactly happened that made it so that you needed someone to come in and have a talk with you guys?
Well, the situation was severe enough that our protocols here in the department, we asked the state to send somebody down, to speak to anyone voluntarily if they so choose to want to talk to a state therapist. And I after this incident happened, myself and Bailey talked about it, and we both maybe just wanted to do so just as a I guess a precaution. We both feel, or I shouldn't speak for her, but I feel as though I can, I'm fit for duty and everything like that, of course. And, but I guess I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest regarding it, just to kind of, I don't know, maybe see if it makes me feel better or something. I don't know. It sounds ridiculous when I say it that way, but,
No, that makes perfect sense. What can you are you at liberty to say what happened at the scene, or?
Yeah, it's already out on the news and everything anyway. So, myself and senior firefighter Bailey, we were paramedic partners on an ambulance that day, and we responded to our first call of the night, which was it was reported to be a gentleman who had cut himself on a rusty nail, accidental. And we responded down to the docks at the pier. And while we were there, we started treating the patient. Everything seemed normal. Everything seemed fine. And then a lady out of nowhere, wearing all black and a helmet, walked up with a gun. And she said that she had a hit out on the gentleman that we were helping.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically aimed the firearm at the patient that we had on the ground that was between us, and shot him in the head. And it was a fatal wound.
I said sorry. No.
Oh, shit!
Oh wow.
And from there, a lot of things obviously went through my head. But yeah, so anyway, so that happened. She then told us to stay silent. She shot firefighter Bailey in the leg.
What?
Did she shoot you?
Yeah. Ow.
Fuck. I believe in a way to prevent me from following or chasing or anything like that, and I would be distracted with helping one of my own while she made her escape, and that's what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Medic 1, shots fired, paramedic down, 10074, need assistance. And that's pretty much the incident. Law enforcement responded to all that.
Simmer, bound for radio. Let's get that bolo relayed, please.
A firm, I just relayed that to Metro.
So you guys were alone, helping the patient, or
Yes, it was. No, it was just the two of us on scene.
Mm-hmm. And what's the first thing that went through your head when he took the shot, shall we say?
My first thought was, oh God, I guess shock that our patient that we were helping. I mean, it was such a shock that it even happened because, it just came in as a routine, accidental, laceration that for someone to come out of nowhere, say what she said, and then just murder a man in front of us. It just, I've been through a lot of things in this department and in my life outside of it, and for somebody to do that, it just caught me completely off guard. And I guess my first thoughts were, are Bailey and I going to die next because we're here?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about throwing myself in front of the patient. I thought about throwing myself in front of Bailey to see if I could protect one of them that way. But I wasn't thinking rationally, of course. And later, I kind of thought maybe I probably could have gotten all of us killed had I resisted in any way to this person, got in their way at all. We probably all ended up dead.
That's
later.
The most likely situation. Do you feel like you should have done anything differently? Do you blame yourself for anything? Or?
I don't know. It's I've been thinking about it a lot since it happened. I feel like maybe it's irrational to think that I could have done something differently or done something to help the situation. I mean, the thing is about my line of work is once we arrive on scene and step out of that ambulance, that person that called for help is our responsibility, and that man was ours, and we were supposed to protect him, and we were supposed to help him, and I feel like I let him down. I've been here for so long, and so many things have happened that I have experience. I just, something like that just turned into, I don't know.
So you feel like you failed?
Yes.
Basically.
I failed the patient, and I failed to protect one of my own firefighters that honestly could have gotten killed, or had that bullet gone an inch or two to the left or to the right in her leg, she could have been not able to walk properly for the rest of her life, and it would have cost her career. And I feel like I froze up, and I should have done something.
Well, it's because the thing is, when someone comes along and does something so completely irrational in front of you, it's out of your control. At the end of the day, there's nothing that happened in there that was in your control. The control was in the hand of the crazy person who shot your patient from beginning to end. And whatever was gonna go down was gonna go down. And there's absolutely nothing you could have done to change that outcome. So you can't put that on yourself.
Yeah, I hope I can come to terms with that at some point. I guess I'm still in that phase of going through all the scenarios of what I could have done differently.
Mm-hmm. That's completely normal. And that's gonna take time. But it is something that you're eventually gonna have to put yourself to. Because otherwise, if you keep on running this scenario through your head again and again and again, nagging at you. And that's the last thing you want.
I got into this job because you know, I came from Ireland, and I in my youth I did some really stupid things, and I got some people hurt. And when I came here to America, I did a couple odd jobs, but then I became a firefighter up in San Ferrero, and then a assistant chief position opened up here, and I came here, and I just wanted to. I felt like if I could just help a couple people, I could undo all the wrong that I did. And I hope that I did.
I mean, haven't you then? How many people did you help here? Pretty sure you lost count.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, how much is enough to compensate for the small amount of bad things you did?
Not enough in my opinion.
I mean, I don't mean to pry. I mean, it kind of is my job to pry, but everybody does stupid shit when they're younger. And you try to make the best of, you know, whatever situation you're in. You regret stuff sometimes. You try to not do it again. And if you know, you feel remorseful, you try and do better or get into a line of work that that can help you get that satisfaction. And that's completely normal. But I mean, if you use that as a drive to do your job day to day and to keep helping people, then I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you gotta find a way to not have that negative stuff in the back of your head all the time. I mean, sure, it's there. It ain't gonna go away. But you need to find a way to at least, you know, shove it back a bit. To not have it be in the foreground all the time. I mean, you deal with a lot of bad stuff, death, very sick people, injured people, every single day. And that's not something to take lightly.
And you know, sometimes it takes a sick person to know a sick person, and I guess I have a bit of an admission that maybe I just need to know what I say to you here, you know, doesn't affect, you know, my job here. I don't want to tell you something that then gets me, you know, suspended off my job, whatever.
No, this is all confidential. You're an adult.
I don't know.
Anything we say is completely confidential.
I don't know where to reach out to fix this. Maybe I just let it go too far for too long, and it just got out of hand. I have a bit of a problem with alcohol. I never when I'm working or on the job, I'm always clean on the job. You know, I've never ever come into work drunk. I've never even been tipsy. I've always been sober here. But there's nights where I go home and I'll just drink until I forget, drink until I pass out. And never missed a day of work the next day, but
For how long has that been going on?
Probably going on a year and 3 months now.
Is there any specific scene or event that triggered that, or?
I don't think so. I think it's just everything. It all kind of built up, and I started maybe as having like a glass of wine after work just to kind of relax, and then it turned into a bottle, and a couple, and then it turned into some harder stuff, whiskey. But one day I just realized I was consuming a lot more than average person would in a week.
What you could do to at least try and help with that or get rid of it. I mean, getting rid of it is going to be difficult. You can't just stop drinking from one day to the next. But go to one of those Alcoholic Anonymous meetings, and you don't even have to do one here in the city, because I get it if you're afraid that
people know me
will recognize you.
Yeah,
I mean, you're a man of, you have a pretty high position here. So
in these days of social media, even if you go to a organization called Alcohol's Anonymous, someone sitting at that circle is going to tweet it the next day saying that the fire chief was there. So yeah, I think maybe another city over would be good. Actually, I never thought of that.
Yeah, you might want to go to like the next city over, or drive up to Polito or whatever.
Yeah.
But those groups usually do help, just to share your story, find people that have been through the same, someone you can relate to, or to find a buddy that can help keep you sober. Because I mean, that drinking's got to cost you what, half your paycheck?
Not that much. I mean, maybe a quarter of it. But I mean, all the things I do for this department and everything. I mean, I do make a pretty decent amount, so it's never really impacted my financials. It's just, and I think that's part of the problem, is that this job enables me to have this problem because I can afford it, and that makes it worse because it just means I can go as far as I want with it, and I know that. I recognize that. I can see that. The problem is I just can't stop.
No, and it's fine to admit that and to find help. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. You're certainly not the first one, and you're not the last. I mean, that's what alcohol does. It numbs the pain. You can drink the sorrows away and go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, at this point, at least it doesn't affect your job, so that's a real good thing.
Yeah,
but
careful.
I mean, your liver's gonna hate you.
Oh, I know. I do have pretty regular abdominal pain every day. It's just it's just manageable, I guess. I guess maybe I'm also having an unhealthy amount of Pepto-Bismol in my life. But yeah.
I would really recommend you try to find one of those groups.
Yeah, I'd like that. Do you have one you could refer me to? Maybe the next city over or a smaller town, just something. I don't mind the drive. I don't know where to begin, I guess.
I would. I don't have my files on me. I do have them in the office, but I can email you over some contact information.
Yeah, I'd like that. Thank you.
Because I know there's one in up in Polito that I've referred other people to in the past, and
Yeah.
there are a few out of state. You'd have to travel quite a bit, and I mean,
Yeah.
ideally, you would go to these things like once or twice a week.
Yeah, maybe I can wear a mask. Just something that hides my face.
I mean,
It's anonymous, right?
that's taking it a bit literal, but I mean, you're welcome to try.
Yeah, it would save me the travels, I guess. I'm just, I guess I just do it because I'm just afraid of exactly what happened the other day. I'm afraid I'm going to fail one of my firefighters someday, and I'm going to get one of them killed under my leadership. And I don't know if I can handle that. I mean, you've probably seen in my case files, at one point, myself and another firefighter were taken hostage at one point, and my assistant chief and close friend Katarina Campbell, we she got really badly hurt, worse than Bailey was, and I felt like it was a personal failure on my part. It was because these people wanted me as like a paramedic in their pocket, and she got caught in the crossfire, and they used her against me, and I was helpless for a long time.
But again, how is that your fault exactly? Because it's one of the risks of this line of work. It's the same for any police officer. You're out there on the streets. You have a public function. You are in the line of fire, literally. And I mean, sure, you don't get guns pointed at you every day like police officers would. But you're still out there in the city treating people. You don't know what's going to go on. You get a call, you have no idea what's going to happen and what isn't. You take it as it comes. And whatever happens is out of your control.
The thing is, something I left out of my police report and everything else was the people that did that back then. They were people from my past in Ireland, and they came for me specifically because they wanted to hurt me, and the best way they could do that was through the people that I cared about, and they did for a long time until we put an end to it, and it's over. I'm worried that something like that could happen again, or I'm just tired of people around me getting hurt because of me, and it happens regularly, but it still happens.
But what I would try to suggest is keep these events separated, because the first one, like you said, sure, it's connected to your past, but that's over and done with. They're gone. You're still here. Campbell is fine, I think.
Yeah.
So that's all good. And in this case, what happened here like a few days ago, that's just bad luck, man. They didn't want to hurt you or, anyone specifically, but your patient. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. So don't try to link all that stuff up and make it a big stack of problems that, might work against you in your line of work.
Yeah.
These things happen, and you got to deal with them. And if you can't deal with them alone, then you need to find help.
Yeah, no, you're right. Man, I can't wait to retire.
How many years do you have to go still?
I'm looking at another 5 or 6, realistically.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, I mean I could do it any time, but that's my goal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just want to keep going until I can't anymore, and I just hope it's that I'll get stopped in my tracks. I'd rather just end it on my own terms.
Just don't let the work catch up with you. You stay in control.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Don't let the work control you, because if you're at that point, preferably before you're at that point, contact someone, either me or anyone.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You can't let it get that far.
Yeah, I agree. I guess my mother actually had a when she was still alive, she had this this saying, and earlier what you were saying kind of reminded me of that. Putting it in the back of your mind, and she used to say your mind is like a stovetop. You can put something in the back of your mind or on the back burner, but even if it's on the back burner, sometimes that flame is still lit and it simmers, and eventually it can if you don't pay attention to it, it can boil over and it can destroy you, or maybe the flame will go out and it'll be okay. And right now I feel like I'm at that point where I don't know if it's going to boil over or the flame's going to go out, and I don't know how to make it go in the right direction.
Well, you're the one in control. You have the bucket of sand.
Yeah.
And it may sound easy to just throw the sand in and kill the fire, but it's not that simple. We all know that.
Yeah.
All you can do is try to keep the fire under control.
Well, I'm good at that.
Well, exactly. That's your job.
That's my problem too, is my way of keeping the fire under control is dousing it in alcohol. And that's not helping.
All that stuff is flammable too,
That's exactly it. And to continue that metaphor, all it's doing is making problems in the back of my head worse.
And I think a lot of the let's call it what it is, anxiety issues.
Yeah.
They probably would be, well, maybe not rectified, but they would get better over time if you would stop abusing the alcohol.
Yeah, I know you're right. I do.
And I think that would be a very good place to start. Because, I mean, you function, you can do your job with or without the alcohol. And like you said, you're not on any alcohol or intoxicated on the job, so that's good. You should really keep it that. But it's it's a dangerous way to numb the pain.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll just take that step to go to an AA meeting, and you know, I'm just gonna try to not to drink as much. It's hard. It's really hard to just sit there and not think about things and just want to pick up the bottle right away. It's so hard to just not do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course it is. It's become the norm. You get used to it.
I owe it to my guys, and I owe it to the city that I gotta cut it out so I can keep working here. I gotta keep my head clear, and even if I you know, come in sober, it's still not working.
Just try to do it on a day off, or you know, whenever you can. Attend one, see how it goes.
Yeah.
As long as you're far away out of the city, nobody's gonna recognize you.
Well, I think that's where I'm gonna start then. Is just AA and trying to be better about that. I think that might help clear my head a bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Let me just write down that I need to email you that stuff, because otherwise I will forget.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's that should kind of wrap it up for this session.
Sure, I appreciate that. I know Firefighter Bailey's around here somewhere. I can find her and send her in to you.
Yeah, sure.
But
if you want to talk again, or you know, after you've been to a meeting, or in a couple weeks or whatever, just hit me up. You have my number.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I'll definitely call you if I need anything, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you, Doctor. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. I forgot it again.
Robert Sheffield.
Sheffield. Right. Thank you, Dr. Sheffield.
Mm-hmm. All good.
All right. Well, if you want to hang out here, do you want a coffee or anything?
I think I saw one of those water machines out in the hall.
Sure. If you want to help yourself, I'll find Bailey and get her to meet you in here.
Yep. Sure thing.
All right. Thank you, sir. That was an interesting session right there for them, for sure. I just gotta find Bailey. Oh, I think I see her over there.
Hey, Chief.
Hey, what's up?
Just chilling. How you doing?
Yeah, doing right. I see there's some training going on.
Yeah. What's there can be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw him going by every now and then through the window there. It was pretty cool, so.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing alright.
I heard about what happened.
Yeah, it was a rough night, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I assume you were talking to someone in there, but just know, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I do. It's the same here. I mean, look, I'm your chief, and I'm responsible for all of you, and if you guys need anything, you just let me know.
Well, of course. You know I got you.
Yeah.
You know I got your back.
I appreciate that.
And I think, fucking Matt.
This guy, though.
My exercise.
This guy really needs some help.
Yeah, he does.
Really?
Does.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
All right, let me go talk to the other guys here. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And
No, we're not counting that. No.
No,
Hello.
King's not
I
a
know what you meant.
firearms
We went through
convention.
this already. Can we
Oh
stop
my
having
God.
this? Yeah, like we've been through this
How
like
you
5
doing?
times.
All right, yourself?
Yeah. Oh. I got back late last night. Or even this morning. I don't even know which.
Got a back
Red,
plate.
red eye, red. Frick.
You okay? Yeah. Someone put the needle back on the record. It's skipping.
Bye, buddy.
See you, Bailey.
Bye.
Take care, buddy.
Talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go on duty. So if you wanna,
Yeah, it's all good.
Ooh.
how are you doing?
I'm okay. How's the talk go and everything? Is he in here?
Yeah, he's in there. Actually, it's the door around the corner. But
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah. Did you want to talk now before I go on shift, or?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk at that time. But
Them all?
yeah, he's a good doc. So I think it'll be good. So, but hey, look, if you need anything, just let me know. All right.
Okay. What's his name?
Dr. Robert Sheffield.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. No problem. Take care.
Hey.
All right, which one of y'all over here just went ooh, chief, as I was walking away?
Because you're joining.
Get it? I'm saying.
No, it's because you're going on. You said you were going on.
They're making
I am
it seem
going
like
on
it's
shift.
something else. I'm saying she's dating Valentine's.
Yeah,
We already know that.
And he's dating Samara, therefore, well, we should leave that.
That's not
I
a
forgot
thing.
about her.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's not a thing. But
Did you impress her with the
You
challenger?
can hide it. I'm sorry.
we haven't even been on a date yet. All right, just chill out.
hide those
Didn't she come by the station though? You know, when that challenger was out?
Yes, she did.
No,
But
good
I'm
thing
not.
Garland wasn't here.
But that's my private life. I ain't talking shit about that to you guys. So. But no, just
Well, we're your
because
children, so
just because Bailey and I, and when you're older.
Oh, all right.
That never gets old.
Snatched.
All right, well, I'm gonna take just a walk around the corner here, and then I'll be back on shift in a little bit. So.
I like your
Okay.
boots, Chief, by the way. I just noticed them.
10 out of
Thanks.
10.
Yeah.
Good job.
Fancy.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
Fancy.
Bye.
They match his jeans.
They do.
So that was an interesting session there. I think that went really well. I think most of that was uncut for you guys in the video. At least I hope it was. But he got a lot off his chest. In fact, he didn't actually get everything off. He didn't get everything off his chest that he wanted to. Because, I mean, he could have gone into how he had to save that same patrol. He had to save firefighter Albrecht, who code blued during that explosion. There was a bunch of other things that happened that he could have talked about, but he didn't. He got to the heart of the matter, which is something that if you guys had watched Convergence Part 4, it does hint at the fact that actually it kind of blatantly talks about the fact that Glenanne has a alcohol abuse problem. But as you heard from that session, he does have it mostly under control. For as much control as he can actually have with that kind of thing. He doesn't come to work drunk or anything like that. Doesn't drink on the job. He simply, does so when he goes home after he's had a hard day, or sometimes when it's not a hard day. Sometimes just for the hell of it, just to calm his nerves. But now he has a way of working on it. And he's always known about Alcoholics Anonymous, but he's never had the courage to go, or even thought about going to a next town over, because he knows people know him and recognize him. So that's that. But so hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know Bailey's having her session next, so like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys want to check out Bailey's session with the therapist, go over to her channel, which I've linked there, and you'll be able to check that out as well. And it sounds like she has something she wants to talk to Glenanne about in the future there, so stay tuned for that. I don't know what it's going to be, but I guess we'll find out in the future. And I guess I'll be seeing that guy at the meeting. But or maybe not, who knows. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely a different type of episode. Not action-packed or anything like that, but still story developing, and I want to push forward stories. That's what I'm about. I'm a storyteller, and that's what I need to get back into doing with my content. And this is the first step, I hope. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you all. See you on the next one.
line.